In this part, we're going to use modern async code. Swift 5.5 introduced concurrency using async await, and we can use the async await pattern to replace the previous pattern. So first, let's ensure that our deployment target is set to 15. So here we can set our deployment target to 15. Now we can go ahead and change our load method to use async await, and we're also going to use with checked throwing continuation to make it compatible with callback APIs. So in our Scrum store.swift, we can create a function called load, which returns in an array of daily Scrum. So let's do that. We can say static func load async throws and returns a array of daily Scrum. Now we're going to call with checked throwing continuation using the using the await keyword. So we're going to say try await with checked throwing continuation, and we have a callback which has a continuation being passed in. So, or rather a closure with the continuation passed in. Now in the closure we can call the legacy load function with the completion handler. So we could say load result in. Now we could add a switch statement to handle the result cases. Now in the failure case, we can send the error to the continuation closure. So that's going to be the failure case. In the success case, we can call resume with the scrums that are returned. Now we're going to use the same pattern to create an async version of the save method. So we can create a static function called save that returns an int. So we can look for save and create a save, which is an async version of the save method. Now it returns a value that the callers is not able to use. So the discardable result attribute disables the warnings. Here. Now the compiler throws an error that we'll fix. So we're going to call with checked throwing continuation inside the save method. Now in the closure we can call the legacy save function, and we can finish by switching over the result. So in this case, we're getting an error from this one, and it's saying that all the cases must be covered. So similar to here, we had switch result, and that way it should fix the error. Now we can use the tasks to call async methods. So we're going to use the new async versions of the load and save functions. So in the app.swift, we can replace the call to scrumstore.save with a new task. So instead of having this call to scrumstore.save, we can add a task with a closure, and that creates an async context that we can use to call scrumstore.save. Now we can add a do catch statement here. And in the do clause, we call scrumstore.save. So we can say try await scrumstore.save, and takes the store.scrums as an argument. Now in the catch clause, we call fatal error, Now we can use the task modifier to associate an async task with a view, and we'll use the modifier to load scrums when the system creates the navigation view. So in the onAppear modifier, we can replace the onAppear modifier with the task modifier. Now we can add a do catch statement. And in the do clause, we call scrumstore.load. And scrums is assigned a new value when the awaited function completes. So because it's a published property, the view observing scrumstore refreshes when the property updates. Now in the catch clause, we can call fatal error, and we modified the Scrum store to support async await. Now we can use the same strategy to update the apps and use async versions of callback APIs. So the next part, we're going to look at handling errors. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.